What's up, peeps? It's me, your boy, MC. Welcome back to Lego Therapy. Lego Light is on. We are live-ish in the Lego Lounge. We're back to review Tuxedo Cat. It is set number 21349, 1,710 pieces. It was part of the Ideas program. I really wish they would put the original Ideas submitter, creator, whoever came up with the idea and submitted to Ideas. I think they should put it on the box. You tell me what you guys think in the comments. I think that should be highly recognizable. I mean, they say Lego Ideas number 57, right? I've got a few Ideas sets and I love them. They've all been really cool. But I think they should just write on the front box. I mean, these boxes look great. I heard somebody recently kind of knocking the black boxes. I think they look fantastic, especially when they fall. It really captures my attention. But I get it's not for everybody. Anywho, you got your manual. We're just gonna jump into it. Manual is massive. Like, unfortunately, it came a little beat up, but I thought it was hilarious the way the cat is like hanging down from the top of the book. And then everything, boy, let me tell you, I had a great build. They even got the cat on the back of the box, like staring out the window. It's so funny. So let's just jump into it. Like, the appearance of this thing is excellent. I would say the only thing on the entire build that I kind of thought could have been improved appearance-wise was the ears. They were just, I don't even know what these pieces are called. Let me pull them up on the top cam. But it's these guys. I've only seen these in a few different sets. Of course, I'm going black. There you go. Duh, MC. You know, they're not terrible. They're just, after such a fantastic build, I thought the ears were going to be a little bit more substantial, but they're still pretty phenomenal. It's got the whole arched back. It's got the tail that wraps around. He's sitting up in that traditional cat position. I love that they gave us interchangeable eyes. You can see this one's got, I chose the blue because I think it looks freaky. Or you can do the classic yellow cat eyes. 2 different mouths. I showed you guys on the last video, but you got the open mouth, which I think looks a little bit cooler. Or you can do the just straight closed mouth like you guys see here on the box. I mean, man, the overall shape is just dead on. And then everything is, I don't want to say everything, is very, very clean. There's not a lot of external studs. There are a few, but not a ton. And in fact, one of the things that I wrote down was that, like, there's certain parts, I'll show you guys again. I should just stay on top. Right here on the side, you can see they got some matte black pieces. Then you got all these tiles that are real shiny, right? And then again on the tail, you got matte black versus the shiny tiles. Honestly, I thought the matte black almost looks better in the areas where it exists, and I don't see that. Here's the problem. I don't think a lot of these pieces come in a matte black. I think they just come in the shiny look. But when you're talking realism of a cat, they got fur, it would have almost been even cooler if the entire cat was in the matte black. But man, that's so minor. Other than you're going to have a ton of fingerprints. Like, I already got my little cloth here to wipe my poor cat down. But anyways, I thought they did some great techniques when you come in here, I guess that's kind of build experience, but it also ties into the appearance. When you come in here, the way they layered things, so it gives you that kind of realistic fur look. So some stuff is sitting like, you got some pieces hanging like this versus like this. So one hangs down further than the other. And then there's layers, talking like depth wise, here out, like, man, it just smashed it. It came out so good looking. Even the paws got just that really clean paw look. Now they could have maybe found a way to throw in an extra digit, but again, man, if you're just looking at it from a distance, it's like, yep, that's a cat. Like, everything is so on point. You got that tuxedo shape. I have to take off a little bit just because there are things that could have been slightly better, but I can't take off a lot. So I'd say out of 10, I'd give this a 9, maybe even a 9.5, at least a 9. We'll go with a 9 just to be fair. Man, what a crazy good looking set. Talking build experience, I'll be honest, I was thinking in my head when I first got this set, I was thinking, man, there's going to be a ton of Technic inside. Really not. There's only a little bit of Technic. There's a lot of big, chunky pieces in this set, which does add a lot to the framing inside. So there was a bunch of those big window frames in here to help build up the initial framing. And then again, there's a lot of just big solid pieces all over this build, and it's very, very sturdy. I mean, I'm not gonna whip it because I don't want the head to go flying, but I don't even think, yeah, see, the head could come off. It's just attached by an axle. But the rest of this, like, it's not going anywhere, In fact, I bet you, I don't want to test it out, but I bet you if your kid knocks it off a shelf, not very much is going anywhere. So, oh, there was one point, I wish I could remember what it was now. There was one point in the build process. I'll try to find a picture of it because I don't know what it's actually called. I call it the ninja slice piece. It's the piece that's like a little, let's see. Oh, there's one right here. Ha! That just worked out perfectly. So it's one of these. I call it, come on. It's one of the rounded pieces. And then it's got a corner cut off, and they do the left version and the right version. There was one part in this build where they had you take two of those, and it shared the same stud. The corner of it shared the same stud, and the two slices actually came together to form a tight corner. I was like, oh, I've never seen that in a Lego build before. That was so cool. The other thing I thought was really neat is they integrated some other pieces. So like, this is a long, I should just stay in top cam. Where maybe I'll just go split screen. This is like, I've never seen this one before. This is a long version of the ninja slice piece, right? There were several of those in here, like on the chest in the white, help give that drawn out fur appearance. So cool. I thought it was really neat to see just different pieces, like even this big chest plate. I've never seen this before. Thought it looked really cool. I'm sure it's existed in other sets, but I've never seen it before. The eyeballs, so cool. So yeah, I really like the different techniques and the way they got to this. Like, there were a ton of studs also on the sides bricks. See what I did there? Seats. We're changing it. It's not snot anymore. If you show me a brick that doesn't have any studs on the top, then I might call it a snot brick. Then it would be studs not on top. I'm calling them studs also on the side, or at least studs on the side. You could call it a SOTS if you really wanted to. Studs on the side, and snot just doesn't make sense to me. It's my channel. Anyways, there was a section in here that I thought was really neat. So you built essentially a box out of bricks, and then there was a whole section that went down the middle. There was a big, essentially a tower of different pieces and bricks, and then they had you just attach it by one stud on either end, and it was essentially floating in the original framing that you built. Boy, I should have taken a picture. I just didn't think of it at the time. I thought it was going to be apparent a lot more, and I always miss great opportunities. I need to start doing that. When I see a really cool thing, I just need to take a picture of it. But I thought that was super neat. Oh, here's what I was talking about. There it is, where the two Ninja Slice pieces came together at the corner. Yeah, I don't know if the lighting is good enough. I just thought that was so neat, the way they came together and filled that gap in, and they both share the same stud because it's only a half of that thing because it's ninja sliced off. Man, yeah. So as I was saying, lots of Sayats bricks on here. The planning that they did with this build is so smart because you're building framing, and then you're putting Sayats bricks all over the place, and you're putting axles all over the place, and you don't know what the heck they're for until you get to the next section. Oh, and that was probably my favorite part about this build. You build a section, you attach a section. You build a section, you attach a section. It's not like I get in the habit because I like my workspace right here in front of me. And obviously, if I'm doing a much larger build, we're talking something different. But on smaller builds, you know, I like to have my workspace. So I'll push my main build off to the side, work on it, bring it back, right? But sometimes it gets obnoxious because I'm like, slide it, build, bring it back. Slide it, build, bring it back, like every 20 seconds. Whereas this was set it and forget it, you know. I would build a big section, then finally bring it back in and attach it. Thought that was awesome. I loved it. It was great. Really worked for me. Yeah, I just really loved how they set you up early. You had all these different attachment points, and then you'd bring in a new section and attach it. Bring in a new section and attach it. Bring in a new section. Thought that was excellent. I mean, I had really no real difficulties in this whole build. Nothing I can think of off the top of my head. Yeah, that's about it on build experience. It flew by, peeps. And that's kind of the other thing is there was no real, I don't want to say no real, there weren't that many little pieces. There was a couple, but if you watched the last video, go check it out if you didn't. If you watched the build video, you'll notice that I wasn't using this very much. Only on a few bags did I have to actually bust out my small parts bowl because there was just mostly big pieces or small to medium pieces, but no little one studs. There was a few. There's a few pins. There's a few rods, things that can fall off the table, but very, very minimal. So my old theory that 18 plus was based on the number of small pieces, well, that old theory goes way out the window. But I've since revised that theory anyway. I believe it's just who they're targeting. I really, really believe that now. So this is definitely not 18 plus difficulty, but it is 18 plus exciting. I love it. Talked about appearance, talked about build experience, no mini things, obviously. As far as, oh my goodness, my brain is blanking right now. What are the other categories? Value is one, and, shoot. My brain is just trash. Oh, playability and functions. Yeah, no real playability. I guess your functions would be your moving head, your slightly moving tail, your moving paws. You know, your ears do move around a little bit, which is kind of neat because, you know, cats and dogs, they like to put their ears up when they're, oh, I popped that one off. They like to put their ears up when they're excited about something or looking for something, but then they can put the ear down if they're just like chilled and relaxed. You can swap out the eyes, swap out the mouth. So I guess you could classify those as functions, but not exactly. Value, let me see. I bought this a hot minute ago. I don't remember what it went for. Let me look it up. Oh, yeah, this is $100. I mean, I don't know what the price per part is, but it's less than 10 cents a piece, which seems to be the industry standard these days. So yeah, this is so worth $100. Would I build this again? Absolutely. Would I tell you to build it? Absolutely. If you like cats. If you don't like cats, don't build it. Or build it and give it away. It's fun. I'm telling you, this was so much fun. I cannot believe how quickly this build went. I don't know what the total time is. I'd have to go back and look. But it flew by. It seriously felt like one of the... I was... Again, I saw 1,700 pieces. I saw 20 bags. I was thinking this is for sure going to be 2 different builds. And it just blew by so quickly. So, I don't want to take too much more time. Fantastic set. I know I only gave 1 score. It doesn't matter. I just kind of wanted to talk about it. Talk about how cool it is. Talk about some of the different techniques they used. Way it looked, how easy it was to build. That was my main point. So I know this is a set that's been out a while, but it's not retired yet, so it's still available to go pick up if you want. And yeah, hope that helps anybody that's looking to decide if they want a cat in their life. It's declawed and it's not going to spray your house. It looks so good. I'm serious. Peeps, that is all I have. I hope you enjoyed this review. Do all the things. I think I forgot to say that on my last video, but you know, some days your head is screwed on and some days it ain't. So thanks for coming. I'll see you on the next one. Until then, holla!